Good morning, students. We are reading chapter 1 in Civics. What is democracy? Why democracy? In our previous session, we discussed about different forms of government and simple definition of democracy. We learned that democracy is a form of government in which rulers are elected by people. However, this definition cannot be used blindly. We cannot assume that all the governments that hold elections are democracy. So how can we say that this country is having a true democracy? Let's decide it with the help of some features of democracy. Some features are major decisions by elected leaders, free and fair electoral competition, one person, one vote, one value, and rule of law and respect for rights. Let's discuss about all these points one by one. Major decisions by elected leaders. It means that elected representatives have the wholesome power to take all the major decisions. Their decisions must not be influenced by army or any other external powers. Let's understand this point with the help of the story of Pakistan. Pakistan had a democratically elected government till 1999. In 1999, General Pervez Musharraf led a military coup. General Pervez Musharraf at that time was the Army General of Pakistan. He overthrew the government. He removed Nawaz Sharif, who was then the Prime Minister. So, removing a legitimate government by using force like this is known as coup. After removing the government, he declared himself the chief executive of the country, and later on he changed his designation to the president of the country. Then in 2002, he held a referendum that granted him a 5-year extension. Now, what is a referendum? Referendum is a process in which the whole electorate is asked to accept or reject a proposal. So, he conducted a referendum in which he asked the people of Pakistan to remain as the president for next 5 years. But it is said that this referendum was a fraud. He used all the illegal means to get the support of the people. After that, to strengthen his power, he issued a legal framework order. By this, he amended the Constitution of Pakistan. The legal framework order provided President the power to dismiss the National and Provincial Assembly. Provincial Assembly here means the State Assembly. Just like in our country, every state has its own assembly. Then the work of the civilian cabinet that has been formed by the representatives of the people, that is being supervised by the National Security Council, which is dominated by military officers. The meaning is that even if the elections were held after the legal framework order, but according to the change in the constitutions, these national or provincial assemblies were supervised by the military officers. It means that all the orders which were issued by the civil cabinet, they had the influence of the army. It means that the elected leaders did not have the power to take the final decision for the country. They had to take the decision according to the will of the army. So in this way, Pakistan under General Pervez Musharraf could not be called a democracy even if elections were held. Next feature is the free and fair electoral competition. Free and fair electoral competition means that the ruling party must have equal chance to lose the elections. And also there must be more than one option for the people to choose. Means there must be more than one political party. So from there they can elect the one which they like the most. Let's understand with the help of the story of China and Mexico. In China, elections are held after every 5 years. And people give vote to form a National People's Congress that is known as Chungao Renmin Daibiao Daoi. In this National People's Congress, there are 3,000 members. Means from all over China, 3,000 members are elected to the National People's Congress. Then these 3,000 people elect the president of the country. Some of the members are also elected by the army. But in China, all those who want to contest the election must be the member of the Chinese Communist Party. And there are 8 other smaller parties which are also attached to this party. So ultimately, what is the result? The result is that the government is always formed by the Communist Party. So we cannot call China a democratic country. Then let's have a look at the story of Mexico. What happens there? In Mexico also elections are held after every 6 years to elect its president. The country also has never been under a military or dictator's rule. But until 2000, every election was won by only one party, and the party is PRI, that is known as Institutional Revolutionary Party. Opposition parties also did contest the elections, but never managed to win. So winning election again and again does not mean that the country is not democratic. But how this party is winning the election, that matters. This party has been winning the election through some dirty tricks. Means the elections are not free and fair in Mexico. Let's see how it is so. All those who were employed in government offices had to attend its party meetings. So means all the government employees have to attend the party meetings. Means they are forced to give vote in favor to this party. Teachers of the government schools used to force parents to vote for PRI. That is not happening in our country. Media largely ignore the activities of opposition political parties. Means media means on television or the newspaper, they don't give any coverage of the activities of the opposition parties. They only criticize the opposition parties. So always the opinion is formed in the favor of PRI. Even sometimes the polling booths are also shifted at the last moment. Polling booths are the places where actual voting takes place. So sometimes people find it difficult to cast their vote. The PRI also spent a large sum of money in the campaign for its candidates. So if any party is winning elections by using dirty tricks, then also we cannot call that country a true democratic country. Now third feature, one person, one vote, one value. It means a true democratic country will always have universal adult franchise. Let's understand with the help of three countries, Saudi Arabia, Estonia and Fiji. In Saudi Arabia, until 2015, women did not have right to vote. Means they did not follow the universal adult franchise. Estonia had made its citizenship rules in such a way that people belonging to Russian minority find it difficult to get the right to vote. And in Fiji, you can see their locations: Fiji, Saudi Arabia and Estonia. In Fiji, the indigenous Fiji, means those who actually belong to Fiji, the value of their vote is more than the Indian Fijians. In this way also this country cannot be called a true democratic country. Then last important feature, rule of law and respect for rights. It says that the government is formed, or government may be popular also, but government must work according to rules and regulations. A democratic government cannot do whatever it likes. Let's take the example of Zimbabwe. What happens in Zimbabwe? Zimbabwe has been ruled by one party that is known as the ZANU-PF. This party also participated in the freedom struggle, and since its independence in 1980, this party has been ruling this country. Its leader Robert Mugabe ruled the country since its independence. Over the years, Robert Mugabe changed the constitution to make himself more powerful. Opposition party workers are harassed, their meetings are disrupted so that they are never ever able to manage to win. Their activities have been declared illegal. There is a censorship on television and radio. People cannot criticize the presidents. So these things also are against the true democratic country. So we have learned all these features that makes a country true democratic country. Thank you for watching. Thank you and have a nice day.